The greatest impact I see with students participating in JA Inspire is the moment the light bulb goes off. When they look at a person and they think, I can do this.
When you see the kids' eyes light up and they start to understand that there is a different path in life, that they could learn a trade and work for a company like ours and then continue to develop and provide for their families, it's pretty exciting to see.
We say that students cannot be what they do not see, and JA Inspire gives students an opportunity to actually look at careers, experience some of what those careers offer, and then actually visit with professionals in the community about what they do.
Maybe they have a perception that construction is one thing, but then after talking to them, they realize that it's so much more than that. There are companies out there that are using robots to do welding. There are companies out there using virtual reality to do training. So it's not what people traditionally see.
I absolutely think there's a tremendous value for giving students an opportunity to explore careers in school and at younger and younger ages.
Businesses should become engaged in JA Inspire right now more than ever. It really is imperative that we continue to reach our students and we continue to show them what this world is going to be like when they graduate so they can make good decisions.
If other businesses have a need for craft labor, if other businesses have a need for more engineers, which I would argue our entire country does, then JA Inspire is a great way to get in front of those students and help them understand that that's a viable path for them.
It's really too late to wait until college to be recruiting for today's workforce. We need our business and community partners to be recruiting in middle school and in high school because that's when students are choosing their path.
I've been actively involved in the Greater Oklahoma City Chamber for many years. Workforce development is something that has been a major topic of discussion. Some businesses in Oklahoma have resorted to hiring out of the state, or in some industries even out of the country. Going virtual is exciting because we're able to reach almost 10,000 students, and there are no restrictions geographically, building capacity, or even schedules like bus schedules, teacher schedules. So we're able to reach not just in the metro but rural areas as well, and they can learn at their own pace or go back in the future as they want to explore, different avenues.
Whether we're learning in a virtual environment or we have students face to face, the important goal is to make sure that students know what their options are, know that they can be anything, and begin making good choices for high school and beyond.
Hello and welcome to JA Inspire. My name is Lisa Morgan. I'm a development manager with Junior Achievement of Oklahoma, and I am based in the Tulsa market. We are thrilled to have you be part of our virtual event this year. We are so excited that your school districts and your individual schools have found it helpful to be able to bring this to you. JA Inspire is normally what we call an in-person event, meaning that students would be transported on buses to a different facility, to a building where companies would be there to showcase their individual companies and to teach you of the skills that you would need to be able to work with those companies. Unfortunately, in-person events are not possible right now. So we are excited that we have been able to take the JA Inspire event and make it a virtual event. Everything that you will be able to do is going to be online. There's an amazing website that has been set up that companies have customized their booths. Different universities and colleges have also customized booths for you to go in and watch videos, to see documentation that they have there. You have the ability to save what you are learning, what you're interested in, and then you'll be able to take that information and actually email it to yourself. But we'll get more into that site later on. There are several lessons that you will do to prepare yourself to get on the site, and you will find those here on the website that you're seeing on your screen at this moment. If you go to jainspireok.org, this is the landing page that you will see, and everything you need is going to be right here on this website. When you scroll down, you're going to see just some information here. And then here you'll see 3 different categories. The educators part, your teachers have everything that they need there. And this student part will be the one that you're going to focus on the most. So when you click on Learn More, you're going to come here and you'll see all the resources that you will need. This student guide is something that you can download for yourself and be able to use to write things that you are learning and some of your thoughts about what you're seeing. This JA Inspire video section has 6 different videos in it, 3 of which we will go over together, and then 3 has some wonderful information that I would encourage you to watch for yourselves, even though it's not something we're requiring for the event this year. There is a section here which is an exhibitors list that has companies and universities and colleges that you'll be seeing on the site. This JA My Way link, this isn't something that we're using for JA Inspire, but is a great resource for you to use individually. As you scroll down, you will see several other categories here. What I want you to look at is on before the event where it says pre-assessment. If you could take the time to click that link and answer 10 questions prior to really get into the lessons and into the fair, then that is going to help us kind of gear what we might need to do moving forward. Again, there's an exhibitor's guide. Right here where it says VFair site, you will click on that and that takes you actually to the link of the Career Exploration Fair. And then this right here is an instructional video that we encourage you to watch prior to getting onto the fair. This will show you how the website works and what you want to be looking for. There is a post assessment that we are asking you to do when you're done. This can be found here, or there's actually a link to it on the VFair site. So this is the part that we're really interested in for you to look at, is to, again, take your time, go on to these JA Inspire videos and look at. And then, of course, if you have any questions of any of this, you can ask your teachers. I'm going to click on the JA Inspire video link and show you what this is. Now you will see here where there are 6 videos. You can see here all 6 of them are here. And again, we're going to be focusing on video number 1, video number 2, and video number 6. Again, video number 3, 4, and 5 have amazing information in them. We're just not going to take the time to do the lessons at this point. But now we are going to go on and we're going to view the JA Inspire video number 1, Why is Career Planning Important? And when the video is over, we're going to be doing some activities together to really get you thinking about the next steps of the career development plan.
Career planning takes your interests, abilities, and skills and matches them to potential opportunities to earn a living. A career is just that, finding out what you like to do, and then finding someone who will pay you to do it.
I think career planning is important because you've got to prepare for what you're going to do.
Frankly, if you don't like what you do, you're not going to be good at it, and you're not going to care enough, and it's going to be a burden on you rather than a joy.
First off, I think it's important to have a goal in anything you do. So particularly when it comes to where you're going to spend a significant portion of your life, I think it's really important that you have something to aspire to.
If you want to achieve a goal, whether that be on the varsity basketball team or football, or you want to be an author someday, you've got to start now.
If you think about a career, it's typically something that you're going to do for the rest of your life. The thought of doing that without a plan, I just can't even imagine it.
Career planning can be one of the most important things we do. One day, we are all going to step into the real world, and the sooner we start to narrow down the choices, the more successful we will be.
It's never too early to start. Students have innate talents and abilities, and skills that they start learning about when they're, quite honestly, still in elementary school.
I, honest to goodness, started my career planning before I was 5 years old. I knew what I wanted to do, and I worked for it all the way through school. Now, I'm not doing exactly today what I thought I was going to be doing when I was 5, but life evolves. And what I started thinking about when I was 5 has me where I am today.
But the opportunity just to have exposure and just to start the practice of going through the thought process is critical to weeding out the things that you don't want to do and starting to focus in on the things that, you know, might be a strong consideration for your future.
It's never too soon to start, and it's never too late to start. The most important thing is that we start. Starting now is important for many reasons.
As I have progressed in my career, I think back to if only I had taken this course in school, or if only I had done this extracurricular activity in school. I wish I had done those things because I think it would have prepared me. I know it would have prepared me better for the experiences I had later.
But it's really about learning things that are important, learning things that matter.
The biggest advantage is that you can start to hone in on a particular skill set.
Then it helps you to start to think ahead as to what do I need to do now to start to prepare myself for that.
Identify what you want to do and what you're good at, and align those two things together so that learning becomes all about what you love.
Start to meet people who are in the industry. I think that's been probably one of the things that has really helped me, is to identify other folks that are in our industry that can help me and guide me, and not just show me what to do, but more importantly, tell me what not to do.
Our hope is that some of what we've learned today inspires you to start thinking about your career. Over the next few sessions, we will be looking at how to career plan, learning what kinds of questions we should be asking ourselves. We will learn how to make a good first impression and discover what to expect at JA Inspire.
Our hope is that this series helps prepare you for your future. Our hope is that this helps get you excited to start discovering for yourself how a career choice can be both satisfying and fulfilling.
I hope that you found that video helpful, and my hope is that you were able to find something that really stood out to you in that video that is going to get you to start thinking about why putting a career path is important. There were 3 things that really stood out to me that I wanted to share. One of those is the importance of having a goal. We're never going to get anywhere in life if we do not set goals and then work towards those goals. Something else that stood out to me is start now. It is never too early and it is never too late to try to put a plan into place. So whether you find yourself in middle school, or whether you're a high school student, or whether you're a high school student close to graduation, now is the time for you to put a plan in place if you have not done so already. Many of you may already have been working towards a plan. And so if you've already done that, maybe this is a good opportunity for you to step back and reevaluate that and see if what your goals are, if they are actually lining up, or if there's some type of tweaking that we need to do on this goal. Another thing that stood out to me was the importance of trying to find a career that would match your personality. Now, what exactly does that mean? My example for me would be I am a social individual. I am a person who enjoys working with people. I'm a person who enjoys being around people. So if I had a career that I was only in my office behind my desk working on a computer all day long, that would not be something that I would find fulfilling in my career. That would not be what I would want to do. However, there are people who being in an office behind a desk working on a computer alone is something that they would find to be a wonderful part of their career. So looking at something that might match your personality is going to go a long way in helping you find a career path that you will enjoy and that you will be successful with. Now, what do you like to do? Do you like sports? Do you like music? Do you like to cook? Do you like to be part of the theater? And you may be asking yourself, what does all that have to do with career planning? Well, planning equals success. And I would guess that whether you're in middle school or high school, you have had something in your life, whether it's sports, whether it's academics, whether it's passing a test, that you have set a goal and you have worked towards that goal. So you already have experience in putting a plan in place, following that plan, and then hopefully at the end of that, finding success. And so planning for a career is no different than the things that you may have already done in your school life. Now we're going to have some slides here that's going to give you an opportunity for some discussions. Now this will work if you are in a in-person setting or even if you are on a distance learning setting. Either way, you will be able to do this. So if you're at in-person, if you're actually in school, and if you can safely get into groups to be able to have these discussions, that would be wonderful. If that's not safe, work just in pairs if you can do that and continue social distancing. If you find that you are in distance learning or remote learning, you can pause the videos and instead of having a discussion, write your thoughts and feelings down on a piece of paper, and then this is something we can build off of later on. So the first discussion question is this. You are walking into school and a teacher stops you to ask, what courses are you taking? The same teacher then asks, why are you taking them? I'd like for you to pause the video for a few moments and have a discussion about this. Why would someone be asking you these questions? And why are they worried about why you think you're taking those classes? So please take a minute and have those discussions. I hope that you found the discussions on this to be helpful. For me, one reasons why I think someone would be asking you what courses are you taking is simply to find out what is it that you're doing? What do you do during your school day? Especially in high school, a why are you taking those classes would be, is this for a career? Are you taking classes that are lined up with what you're actually wanting to do? Or are you taking classes that might not be as beneficial for you long term as you might think that they are? The second discussion part has to do with these three questions. What job would you like in the future? What do you know about that job and what would it be like? Why would it be a good choice? I said three questions. It's actually four in three different categories. So take a moment again to pause this video and have an opportunity for these discussions. Or again, if you're by yourself, take an opportunity to answer these questions on a piece of paper. Now, for the first one, what job would you like in the future? I think that that would be fairly simple. You may know, you may not know. But let's say that you do know what job that you're looking for in the future. What do you know about that job right now? This would be an opportunity for you to begin identifying different careers and different companies that you might want to look at when you get onto our career exploration fair site. What do you know about that company? What is your idea on what this job or what this company is going to be like? Chances are you do have an idea of what it might be, but there are probably some things out there that you just don't know at this point, which is a reason for this program. And why would this be a good choice? Why is this a good choice for me? Would this be a good choice if I decide to have a family in the future? Would this be a good choice on where I might want to live in the country or whether or not I would want to live overseas? Why is this something that's going to be a good choice? Our final activity is here, and this is part of the video discussion, is what activities were you drawn to and why? When you look at the two videos that we have shown in this lesson, was there anything that stood out to you? Was there anything that seemed interesting to you? And if it's something that you're drawn towards, why do you think that you're drawn towards that? So again, take a few minutes to pause this video and have some discussion about this question. As we wrap up lesson one, I want you to have this takeaway. You can be anything. This is actually a quote from one of the videos. Regardless of where you are in school, regardless of your age, regardless of where you live, you can be anything that you want to be. The resources and the ability to do that is there within you. And there are people there who will be able to help you get to that point. This is one reason why JA Inspire is such a wonderful program for students. Is in this first lesson is trying to figure out, why do I even need to be doing this at a young age? And as we get into lesson 2, we're going to start identifying more about a career plan. Then you'll have an opportunity to do the research and to get onto VFair's site and to look at all these different companies, and then finally have a reflection on, I have gathered all of this information. What am I going to do with it now? So I will see you in lesson 2.